Welcome to RC Talk, where the hobby comes alive. Tamiya, Kosho, Arma, Lucy, Red Cat, and more insight. New to the show or a regular face, Brad's happy to have you in this RC place. Welcome to RC Talk, where friendships grow. New tricks to learn and good times to show. Join in the fun on video or in chat. You're part of the crew where love for RC's at. Old friends and new, all gathered round, sharing the thrill of RC's joyful sound. From racing to bashing and all in between, you'll find your crew where passions convene. Welcome to RC Talk, where friendships grow. New tricks to learn and good times to show. Join in the fun on video or in chat. You're part of the crew where love for RC's at. Nitro and electric, crawlers so slow. Truggies and buggies, watch those RPMs grow. Building and tuning, sharing each mod. RC Talk's the place where skills are bestowed. Welcome to RC Talk, where friendships grow. New tricks to learn and good times to show. Join in the fun on video or in chat. You're part of the crew where love for RC's at.
Well, I hope you're enjoying that. That's a new tune for RC Talk, but I think I have to shorten it down just a bit because it's a little long, but I love it. It's kind of cool.
Sort of like Phil's thing for the races.
Oh, the polka.
Yeah, the polka.
The polka one is longer than that yours, Frank.
Maybe I should have used a polka, but he's already using it, so I like my little tune. It's a happy tune, you know.
There was some new video footage in this year's the bear steins being that was new. Some of the video was new.
Well, all the videos are new. It's all from the first batch of runs that he's done. That's what he used.
Yeah, well, all the early entries.
The bear steins with the bear, them collecting them together and the bear flying all over the place.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a polka, right? Let's have some fun with it.
So in the chat we have Grim, JD Passel, Poor Boys RC, Rocket Racing is in there, and the Bandit 1974. And hey, how you doing, guys?
Doing good.
Lots of new guys for Brad to have fun with, right, Brad?
Yeah, and I'm hoping eventually I'll join the panel eventually. Hello, Joe.
If anybody wants a link to join in, send me an email at thetankrc@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to send you a link. You don't have to turn on your video, and you don't even have to have a camera. You can actually just join in, even if you don't have a camera, and you can actually type in the chat here in Zoom. But it's always better if you do have a camera, turn off your camera, and you can speak to us. If you're camera shy or you don't want to be seen, you can always just shut off your camera and just speak. So, bunch of new guys there.
The Bandit's good morning. Is he in Europe?
I don't know. There's people from all over the world.
He's in Japan.
Japan?
Oh.
Cool. Yeah.
So, speedrun challenge. We have 4 guys in here that's actually doing the speedrun challenge. And I'm trying to get John Martin to actually do it before the end of the month, so I don't know if he will.
You know, I got things sitting around here, you know.
Okay.
He's actually got 2 chassis of a grasshopper.
And Brad can't do it because he doesn't have a GPS. And I know you can get those small, cheap $20 GPS that goes on your bicycle to actually use that. But hey, when you're on a budget, you're on a budget, right, Brad?
Yes. I had
And
to blow my budget on a new charger.
we have Crawler Concept that's with us tonight. He's also doing the speed run.
Yeah, my budget's well blown by now.
Yeah. Your budget is blown?
Yeah.
We have Paulie GRC with us also. He's from Ottawa here, just outside of Ottawa. About the
an
same
hour away.
distance from me from Ottawa, but on the other side of Ottawa.
So
and
we
we have,
about an hour and a half from you.
yeah. And we have Poor Boys RC that's with us. He's another Canuck, and he's on the other side of Canada.
West
Like,
Coast.
yeah,
Furthest
is that-
west
and,
part of Canada. The furthest west part of Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, any more west, and you're going for a swim.
Yeah.
So in the chat, please put in the chat where you're from. If you don't want to put the city, put the country where you're from, and we'll just say hi. Also, if you put one word shout out, it will, all in one word, it will put a link to your YouTube. And please put shout out, I'm in the challenge, and we'll go check it out real quick. And I'll sub to your channel. And also, I want everybody here to try to sub to everybody. So let's grow our YouTube channel together and just have fun. And we can exchange stories of heartache, headache, and tips and trick. I know that Crawler Concept was talking about some earlier, and I told him, hey, hush up. Keep all those stories for later. Because when you tell those stories, you don't want to tell them again because it seems you're repeating yourself, but I want him to talk about it now. I know, Paulie, you're running brushless, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm running brush. Crawler Concept is running brushless. Poor Boys RC, you're in it, but you're not in it. I guess you're not really competing, but you want to see how fast you're going to go, right?
Yeah, I just do it for fun, right? It's
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not in it to win any prizes. I mean, hey, if I can take first spot, I'll do it. but I'm not going to take any prizes for anybody or anything like that. It's just kind of, I think it's kind of tacky to host the event and not participate in it. So
Your wife's in it too. And
Yeah,
I'm so surprised your wife loves the hobby just like you.
she does. She's the best. I'm a lucky guy.
Cool.
Yeah.
I did not watch that video of you and your wife. So can you give me a spoiler and who got the fastest?
Yeah, I was a little bit quicker than her. I did have a faster motor in though, and she was just running a stock silver can. And I had, what did I have? I had an 8-turn, kind of like an Amazon special 8-turn brush, and she was just rocking a stock silver can. So I was faster, but she did something really cool where her car's behind me. She kind of put this cape. She took a bandana with like a pirate kind of themed bandana on the back. It's like hanging like a flag and it's flapping as she's going. So she's just having fun with it, right? It was just kind of a goofy, fun thing she did. Yeah, it was cool.
I'd like to see more of her cars that she paints, and she paints actual one-to-ones.
I'm working on one right now. You'll see
With
it
her?
soon. Yeah.
So
She'd probably do
Jover's,
an excellent job. She'd probably do an excellent job for box art too.
oh, Brad
Yeah,
loves box art. Like for
When it
him,
comes to
everything has to be
Japanese
box
brands,
art.
It has to be
You
box
wouldn't like
art.
my collection then.
With
He's
the
good.
Japanese brands, it has to be box art.
Oh, come on.
Associated, I don't care. And other non-Japanese brands.
We have Joe versus RC that did a shout out. He's in there. I've watched a couple and commented on a couple of his video. Psycho 13 Garage. I don't think he's in the competition, but he did a shout out to himself.
Yeah, Brett got stuck on box art one night, and I
Yeah.
called the skunk.
So he says, yeah, I'm not going to do box art, he says. So he did a skunk. Just put tape. It bled, but he didn't care.
Just threw the masking tape down and just hit it with a can of white paint. Just peeled the tape right off. Didn't even let it dry.
And to be fair,
Kind of a weird effect to it.
John did have a couple beers that night, but it still turned out not bad. I owe Phil $5. I lost the bet. Well, what did he lose the bet? He says he owes you $5 because he lost the bet. What kind of bet was it? That your wife was going to beat you?
Oh, what was that bet, Joe? I forget now. sorry guys, my brain is mush because it's like with this speed run thing and just there's just so much going on. I can't keep track of it all anymore. So, but yeah, what was that, Joe? Remind me.
You know, I again, I hate to bring it back to the box art. What I noticed a trend when it comes to associated brands. Everybody wants to do box art, but when it comes to Tamiya, they don't.
Hey, we have Cow RC in the chat. Cow RC's in the chat, Brad.
Welcome.
How are you doing? If you want the link to come in here, send me an email, thetankrc@gmail.com, and come and chat with us. It's on Zoom, so anybody can come in and chit-chat with us, and I'll send you an email, thetankrc@gmail.com. Oh, yeah. Phil, you sent me an email saying that you just noticed the video that I sent you by email. So I went 21 miles an hour with the Sport Tune motor. I tried with the 17 turn. So I did put a 17 turn in mine. Where's my car? My car's here. I did put a 17 turn in it. But this 17 turn had better days. One time I was running it on 3S in my Kyosho Rampage. And I burnt the spring that pushes the, what do you call again?
Brushes?
The brushes, yes. It just burnt the spring right off. Like I was going fast on 3S and just like giving it. And I think I might have hurt it a little bit because I went 23 miles an hour with a 17 turn, but the Sport Tune went 21 mile. So only 2 miles an hour more. I think I should have went a little faster. Don't you think so with the 17?
The 17 turn should have been a hell of a lot faster.
Yeah, so I think I did hurt. I must have hurt this motor. So anyways, I do have a 15 turn. I was going to put a 15 turn in this, but instead I said, screw that.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, screw that. I'm not going to go with baby steps anymore, and I'm going right up to the top fuel.
I remember those things so vividly. Like,
oh boy,
I remember the day those things came out.
And this is there's a 5 there printed on top. You can't see it, but this is a top fuel motor with big brushes on the side. It's a 5 turn. So. Yep. Am I going to break something? Probably. But hey, it's all in fun. So
hey, if everybody out there, if you have a brushed motor with an end bell, it's adjustable to adjust the timing. You can get more speed out of your motor just by adjusting the timing on it.
Yeah, you can also increase temperature. You can also increase your amperage.
It's a speed run.
Yeah, but even still,
you can break. You can blow up your motor.
Hey, as long as it's on video, anything goes.
Having a fun day.
Those motors were what? They were for like for truck pulls or something like that, or
drag cars. I do have a top fuel dragster, the very long ones. I have one of those up there, and let me tell you, I put a ESC of a Summit in there for the dual motor. And I'm running this, and I run 4S on my dragster. And let me tell you, when I'm trying to do a drag with it, I go about half throttle. And if even I'm halfway through my drag and I floor it, I lose the car. It just wants to take off away. There's so much power in those motor. It's crazy. And I'm running 4S, though, in my dragster. This is only going to be 2S, but it should still give me a lot of speed.
Those motors that was the ticket back in the early 90s.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they made top fuel ones, and they also made puller motors for all the pulling trucks as well and tractors.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I remember. Like, I remember the ads from like RC Car Action magazine, and they had those motors. But I in my brain, I'm associating it with like the pulling the big heavy sled kind of a thing, not drag racing.
You know, back in the 90s and the late 80s, I think there was a brushless motor out there called Axios or Axial something. They had them, and people were getting over 100 miles an hour back then out of the brushless.
RC84 film just said a funny. He said, what motors would be good for an excavator for doing speed runs?
Nitro.
Nitro. The problem is the gearing that you're going to have in an excavator. That's the problem.
I want to see those tires grow
And
You want a
on
pizza
what? The
cutter.
on
excavators?
excavators.
Most of them are tracks, though.
Well, the rubber tired version.
Okay. Or you know those
then
big
again-
industrial dump truck there, the one with the
Yep.
big dump truck.
The big RC 4-wheel drive one. The one that you
Yes.
see people in the.
Yes, the
You
one
get
that
one of those
people
going
sit in
fast.
and do a speed run with those. That's your next challenge. That's it. Like that's going to be way too much budget. Not everybody can jump in
The
that.
one-to-ones only do like 10 miles an hour anyways.
If that.
At the highest.
So then they're accurate to scale.
Yeah. North Rock is in there. CLS RC. Lauren is in there.
Trigger flies,
Rocket
aerial
Racing is in there.
photography.
Oh yeah,
Rocket
there's a bunch of the
Racing,
guys that are
CSL.
in there.
Brian is here.
Just checking my
Bachner.
emails. Who? Who, Brad?
Yes, Axiom Motors. That was the brushless motor back then. They actually had them back then, but they were hard and very expensive. They're hard to find and very expensive to get.
So if anybody is on Facebook, Poor Boys RC does have a Facebook page. And this is where everybody goes and talk and do some stuff. You're now at 6,000 members in there, 6,300. That's a lot of members. That's pretty good. When did you start this page?
Not that long ago. You know what? It's actually kind of a funny story because I think I started it maybe like a year ago. And it blew up when I went to Axial Fest.
Okay.
And of all things, I'm in California where I've got virtually no cell service. And on the way to Axial Fest, we stopped at the new Amain facility and I lost my GoPro batteries there. So I had one battery that was half dead in my GoPro, and I planned on filming the whole time at Axial Fest. So now I'm like, okay, well, I have to use my phone to record, which is fine, especially with crawlers, right? Actually, the phone works really well. And day one at Axial Fest, I dropped the phone, and I've never broken a phone in my life. And I dropped the phone on some rocks, and it cracked right where like that bottom button, right in the very center, kind of like your do everything button is.
Yeah.
It broke right there. So the group that weekend, for whatever reason, just exploded. And I only had one admin at the time. He lives in the UK. And there were 250 people a day coming in, 250 people a day coming in for 3-4 days, it felt
Wow.
like. And so he's just like, dude, help me out with this. And I said, I can't. My phone's busted. My phone wouldn't work. It was just really crazy timing. So I don't know why. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is to it. It just kind of exploded very quickly, and it's had a very strong growth pattern ever since.
What is your YouTube subs?
36,000, I think.
And that's already like a third or a quarter of what you on Facebook.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Yeah, it grew pretty quick. So it's good. And a lot of guys don't use Facebook anymore, right? It's an antiquated platform, but I just find it just kind of works for the stuff that we want it to work for, as opposed to Instagram, whereas Instagram's just kind of like, it's kind of just sharing a reel or sharing a post.
Mm-hmm.
Here you've got the groups and you've got more kind of banter and you've got the chats and everything else. So it just kind of works better for this type of an application.
Now, I'm going to stop sharing real quick. I'll go find a picture for the rules, and we'll talk a little bit about this challenge for the rules and, again, who's the sponsors and all that. And but meanwhile, how many other speedrun challenge have you done? This is number what?
Number four.
Number 4.
I was hoping he would go with my idea with the M chassis.
What was the first ever speedrun challenge with?
That was
Lunchbox.
CW01. Yeah, Lunchbox and Pumpkin.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just for fun. Like I didn't expect anything out of it. I mean, it wasn't. I think that year maybe like 35 people came on board. I thought, oh, this is kind of cool. I met a bunch of a bunch of cool people, and then we just kind of just kept doing it. And, people are, hey man, when's the next speed run? And I started
And-
getting all these messages. And when we doing that again? That was fun. So then we did TTO2, and it just got crazy from there.
You become the it man for speed runs. You're like world renowned.
Yeah, and I'm not a speed run guy, which is the ironic part. I just did it for fun, and that's why I do it. That's why I do my channel. That's why I do what I do. Like I'm an enthusiast. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm just an enthusiast. I'm a big kid that grew up in the 80s and 90s, seeing those Tamiya boxes on the wall at the hobby store, being like, man, one day, and now it's that day. That's all I am.
We all, you know what? We all felt that way when we were young. We all felt
Yeah.
that way.
Oh heck yeah.
Still feel that way.
Well, yeah, I do. I like going to a hobby store and saying, darn, I wish I still had the money for that.
That's one thing you can't do
Yeah.
online. Online, you can't go. Online, you know what you're shopping for, and that's about it. When you go into a hobby store, you're going for what you want, but then you go, "Hey, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that." That's where the brick and mortar stores really pay off, and they
Yeah.
sell more than what you went in for. And then your wife complains.
Robert, it's interesting. I get more. It becomes more special when you're actually in the hobby store and seeing the kit than it is.
Oh yeah, you have it in your
online.
hands. When you have it in your hands, it's something about it. Like, I don't want to let it go. I gotta take it home.
You always leave with something. Is usually what it comes down to. Unfortunately, I have to resist because I don't. I would kill. I would be.
Yeah, it's usually
I'd be
you
in
usually
trouble.
leave with an empty wallet.
No, it's just more special to be in a brick and mortar store. There's just
So you had the
nothing better about
lunchbox, you had the TTO2. Which other one did you have?
Then last year we did the MF01X.
MF01X, that's the other one, yes.
Yeah.
And okay, on the first ever one with the lunchbox, do you remember what speed, the top speed they got on that about roughly?
Well, I remember it was Bryce that won. Jacko Trades. He's the open class guy that conquers every year. And I don't remember, but I want to say he was like 80, 90 miles per hour again.
Wow.
Yeah.
TTO2, I know we went kind of fast with the TTO2. How fast did they go?
I think we hit 118 miles per hour.
Cool. And then the MFOX or whatever the chassis was, what's about
They were
that?
they were over 100 miles on it. Over 100 miles an hour on that one too. Yeah.
And right now our top speed for this
is, hang on, can I say? Yeah, I can say. Yeah. 76 miles per hour right now.
76. And
Yeah.
we're not done.
And we're not done. We're halfway through technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the last week is always like, that's the go big or go home week. That's when everyone just like throws caution to the wind, puts in that like you're doing, Frank, throw that big motor in and just swing for the fences.
So these are Z rules. These speedrun challenge with a bunch of Zs. I mean,
The rules.
I wanted to keep it. I didn't want to throw a lot of money on this, just like Crawler Concept did. So I decided to stay in the brush and just stay simple. And this is pretty much simple because I can't do too much in brushed. I cannot even go 3S, which I don't know why you didn't let us go 3S. It would have been fun, but anyways.
Well, the reason why is because right now a lot of the brush contestants live in the UK.
Okay.
And Tamiya is huge in the UK. And a lot of the guys there still run nickel metal hydride. They don't even do lipos yet, so it's just not, I think if I allow the 3S in brushed, then the UK guys, yeah, they've said it right to me. They're like, it's not even fun for them anymore. They know they're just going to get spanked. So they would just kind of tap out. So then I did toy around the idea of having two brush classes, having a brushed nickel metal hydride and then a brushed lipo class where you could do 2 or 3S.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, we decided not to. Didn't know how many contestants there would be. I mean, there's brushed is always the most competitive category with the most contestants in it. So
Okay.
next year we might do that, but this year, yeah, we talk about it, but maybe one day.
So brush motors, any number of turns, must be self-propelled. I wonder why you put kind of rules like this, right, John? Like John would probably be a guy that would find a way to cheat and put rockets or whatever.
What? So what? We were in a trailer race, and I decided to use the battery strap from a Traxxas two-wheel drive there, and glue a Matchbox car to the end of it and made the trailer motorized.
Anyways, there's a lot of people always trying to bend the rules, and I know that's what you put, like must stay on the ground, unexpected flight, okay, no intentional flying vehicle. So that's kind of cool.
Hey,
So it's
Phil.
2S Max. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Phil. I think it's more impressive to find out what you can do with 2S than it is anything higher.
So
Yeah,
radios,
Sorry.
anything goes. Use of a gyro stabilizer, yes, on all the category, which is good. Speed measurement, it's just GPS speedo. Body, Tamiya or a repo Tamiya. So it has to be manufactured by Tamiya, right?
It could be manufactured by like a Team Blue Groove, like a reproduction, but as long as it's a replica of a Tamiya.
Okay. Upgrade parts, only commercial, any brand, any car model, no 3D printed parts. This is important, no 3D printed parts, especially in brushless or brush class. So you can't print your own gears and things like that, which is kind of cool. Wheels and tires, anything goes, which is good. Cost only. That's the only feature, yeah, cost. Allowed parts, small changes to chassis, diff, can be locked. No modification. So this is a simple class for brushed, and that's why I decided to stay there and just keep it fun. See how fast I can get it with brushless. You got quite a few people in brushless also, but man, do you ever have a lot of people in open class this year?
This year's the biggest open that we've had. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Price is in that.
Which
right?
is weird for this class or this chassis, which is open. But what I find here that you've done is must be anything goes, must be self-propelled. You can't propel your vehicle with a parent vehicle. In other words, you can't put it in your car and go 100 miles an hour. Must stay on the ground. Same thing as the other one. But where is the other thing? Yes, this is the thing. Allowed parts and modification. This is where it blows my mind. Anything goes, must still retain the original chassis in functional yet modified state.
And that's why the Evo is available. Evo's to that class.
Because they have the same chassis.
It has the same chassis, but everything else is different.
But let me show you something, Brad. This is what somebody did. There's a chassis.
Yeah.
There's a chassis.
Love it.
There's a front wheel drive where your steering is going to be, which is from a semi truck from Tamiya. Rear wheel, I have no idea, but these got two motors on there.
They're pan card rear clips.
Pan car? Okay.
Yeah.
This is VSCI 79. So go check them out, Brad. Write that down, VSCI 79, and go check out his channel. I'll put it in the chat for people to go see this. This is crazy. This is what people are making, and there's even other ones that are just kind of cool. But the rules, he's within the rules. He's got the chassis, and it must be mounted and be used as a chassis. And like you can tell, he's at the back and he's got the front. Everything is tied. The chassis is doing a purpose.
If you know, or if you also notice, most pan car chassis are the motor or the spur gear is on the left or sorry, the right-hand side. He's got one on the left and one on the right. So each axle is done differently. So he has equal torque going to the rear end.
That is so
What's it-
wild. And
What's
he's got
what's
the
the name of
chassis reversed.
the place?
If he hits the concrete, if he hits a curb with that, man,
Yeah. What do you mean? What's the name of the place? What do you mean, Brad?
What's the name of the channel?
I told you about 5 times already. VSCI 79.
VSC 79.
and he puts a big
VS
rig body on it too.
V
You did? Okay. I didn't see the final of what he actually put because
He did. He
this-
showed a video of it where he just panned around it with the body on it, and it looked pretty cool.
I lost my YouTube channel last year because I actually showed videos, but I played the video for 20 seconds, not even 20 seconds, 15, 10 seconds. And I lost everything for 90 days. So I'm not going to start showing other YouTube channels because of that. So I'll show snippets, but I'm not going to play a video. Oh, we got Duckman with us. Hey, Duckman, how you doing?
Hey, we've been here for a little while.
Yeah, I know you've been here for a little while. This is Keith's alter ego.
So, Phil, what do you think of those crazy, or do you know of any other people that done crazy stuff in the open class?
every year somebody does something pretty crazy. This year is definitely the craziest. It's also the biggest year. We've got, the channel's growing a lot. There's a lot of traction right now. So more exposure, more people, more crazy builds. There's a guy in BC, Chinook RC. He's got one. I called it the grass sausage or the sausage hopper. Same kind of idea, this really stretched out long thing. He did a good job last year. He was really fast last year with the MF-01X. And he came back this year, went into open class and created this long stretched out thing with kind of like like a monoshock at the very back, kind of like a pan car would have. But it's so cool. That's a pretty neat machine. And of course, Bryce, the fellow from California there, Jacko Trades. Okay. He's just one of these hyper intelligent guys that he's got a CNC machine at home. He's got all the stuff, right? Like 3D printers.
He's an engineer.
He's an engineer, yeah, and a very smart guy.
He's an engineer.
Yeah, just his creative process, man. I love watching him. Because I'm not that guy. I'm a blockhead. So when I see super smart people doing really cool, super smart people things, it's so exciting. And yeah, he's a guy to watch every year because it's always amazing what he puts together.
He does a lot of things with Tamiya's too, and he doesn't shy away from it like some people.
Like the bottle rocket.
Yeah. Who is that did the? Oh, I got him here. Who is that did the bottle rockets already this year? That was Lasso Kid. 1 mile per hour with 2 bottle rockets on the back.
Or that other guy that had a very small little tiny one there and put it on the bottle rocket.
That's Jacko Trades.
That's Jacko Trade with a very small car?
Yeah.
Oh, the small, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, he's so funny. He's a good guy. He just, and he has fun with it. And that's how this event started. Again, I'm not a speed run guy. I have a Relarlo speed car there that I've never even used before. I didn't start because I'm passionate about speed running. I did it because I'm passionate about the community. It was something to do to get people together. It was, COVID was happening. The world was becoming a pretty dark place. It was like, shit, we gotta get people together here, and do something that we love together. That's kind of how it all started. And Bryce is so good because he knows how to do that. He can easily dominate if he wants to, but he just has fun with it. And that's like the biggest rule. It's even in the rules. Like, don't stress about the rules. Have fun. Yeah.
Double 8 day. You wanted to know how fast it does. Depends on the motor, but the Hornet with the 540 will do 18 miles an hour. That's stock.
stock with a 380 on the 2S. I went
No, I said 540 stock. It does 18.
no. Well, it all depends which 540 you have in there. I went 21. I went 21 miles an hour.
I'm talking about the Mabuchi one that comes to the car.
Okay. But Sport Tune, I went 21 miles an hour on 2S, stock gearing, stock everything.
I bet you, even though the dirt tune I have in my grasshopper, I think it goes around that same speed. It might be 20 miles an hour because it's a little less RPM than the sport tuned.
But to tell you the
Like
truth,
10.
Brad, you're saying stock motor for a grasshopper is a 380. A stock
The
motor.
stock, 380s, 12 miles an hour. But if you go to the Hornet, it's 18 with that Mabuchi.
Okay. I was surprised with the Sport Tune. It did pretty good for the Sport Tune. I was happy.
Hey, I got GT tuned in my Hornet, and I got a UGT in my Black Edition Hornet. Black Edition Grasshopper too.
I have no idea what those names are and what's the big difference. What is the big difference? I know, but what's the big difference with the GT Tune compared to the Sport Tune compared to the other one?
More RPMs.
Which one's better?
This GT tune's better, and the UGT's better than the GT tune.
But they're the same turns, but more RPM or something like that?
No, lower turns.
Lower turns? Okay.
But it's still a 540 cam.
Probably more of the poles in the motor to make it smoother.
They're TZ to RZ motors. Those are over 26,000 RPM motors, and those are brushed.
Mm-hmm.
But they also like 25, 30 degrees of timing on them. But they perfectly fine motors. They're good motors. If anybody wants to watch the BZ motor in my Kyosho, you'll see how fast it is just with that motor. It's fast. I'm sure it's doing close to 30 miles an hour with it.
Somebody's asking about the car I showed. I did. If you scroll up a little bit on the chat, you will see a link to a YouTube channel, and that's the YouTube channel that I showed that crazy truck or car that was built from the guy. Brad, what was his channel again?
He said VSC 79.
VSCI 79. VSCI 79.
There's an I after the C.
That is correct. VSCI.
Let's see.
He's got two Castle Creation motors in there. Let me show you something again. We'll just show you a little bit more of the rear, where those tires are, or not tires, but axles. So you're right, he did flip the two. Are those ball diff or direct? There's no diff on this.
Yeah, that's direct. Direct drive. They're both two direct drives. I don't know what the KVs on the two motors is though.
No, but it is cool.
That is so cool.
Two Sidewinder 4 is nice.
Well, the nice thing with the Castle is you can go in the programming and you can change the motor direction. So he's got normal on one motor and reverse on the other motor.
Yeah. I see that. Now here's a dumb question.
That's a Tamiya spur gear on that.
Yeah.
It looks like from a grasshopper.
It does, and he screwed it in kind of.
Yeah.
He screwed into the axle.
So he used Tamiya grasshopper spur gears.
That is
Pretty
so awesome.
inventive.
That is so cool.
Hey, he's using more than just the chassis.
That's right. Yeah, I mean that's the rules, right? You can do it. So until that rule becomes problematic for any reason, I don't see any reason to change it. So that's by far the wildest build I've seen in any of the speedrun challenges to date. So bring it on, man. Because these wild builds don't always mean you're going to be faster.
No.
But what it does is it creates an opportunity.
I'll be back later. I gotta take my neighbor somewhere for $20.
Okay.
There's a fellow that competes every year. His name's Craziest Monkey. Same kind of idea, just a very creative guy. He loves to put together these wild things. They're not always necessarily the fastest, but that's just how his brain works and what's fun for him. So it's a neat rule to have for people that think that way, who have that creative kind of design element process in their brain that can just put this kind of stuff together.
It is cool. I like making things like that. I've done it in the past, and maybe next year I'll go crazy again. It all depends which one you pick for the next year. It's going to be interesting.
Now, wait for June 1st.
Yeah, June 1st. How do you, or do you have a panel, or do you do a discussion on Poor Boy RC? How do you come up with what's going to be the next challenge?
I don't talk to anybody because everybody every year is like, hey man, what's the chassis going to be? Everybody wants a leg up on the competition, right? And so a lot of people, and of course people are speculating. So that's kind of, that's, I think, what makes it fun, right? I'll throw teasers in here and there, like little red herrings just to get people excited, oh, is that going to be the chassis? I'd steer them one way, but it's going to go the other way just to have fun with people. But no, I mean, I just, at the end of the day, one of the primary elements of selecting a chassis is making sure, because it's a global event, so you have to make sure that there's parts availability everywhere. So while certain kits, like, I don't know, it just seems like some kits, like they'll end up in the UK first or in the States first. Like I was thinking of maybe like the DT04, but not all markets had DT04 yet, and the ones that did have DT04 might not have DT04 replacement parts. And so it's like, okay, we're not going to do that. So that's a big element to it. But yeah, I mean, I try to leave it to as much of like the last minute as possible. So I won't be tempted, or I won't give away any secrets. You know what I mean? Because like I make a lot of mistakes in life, so I don't want to give it away either. So I try to really leave it till the very last second. Then I'll grind hard. I'll go shopping on all the different websites all over the world to make sure there's availability for this, that, the other thing, and that it's a fair contest for everybody, and then make the decision that way. Really, very much last minute.
Which is cool. And I remember back when the TTO2 challenge was going on, you actually came here on the stream, and near the end of the stream, we talked about what's going to be next year, what's going to be, just for the hell of it. And the discussion of the grasshopper did come up, but I said, well, you can't really take the grasshopper because you can't change the gearing. You're stuck and fixed on a certain size of gears. And I'm eating my words right now, because in open class or even in brushless, and now I didn't even know they had a rear end that you can actually adjust and put different pinion. I didn't know that people actually made off-the-shelf parts for that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of research to, because you're right, because there are still a lot of limitations. Even though there are options to change the gearing, there are still a lot of limitations with this chassis. And that's kind of what made it fun and exciting at the same time, right? Because while the parts to, say, like modify your pinion gear, like that pinion adapter plate thing, it's relatively inexpensive. It's available everywhere. A lot, like you said, Frank, like a lot of guys just didn't know it even existed. So that opened the door to some additional gearing modifications. Then there's still the option of running like a DT02 or like a Grasshopper Evo rear end, because technically it's an over-the-counter part. It means you have to go buy it, or if you have one in on hand, you can always just retrofit it somehow, I'm sure. And that would open up some gearing options as well, but not too many, because even that kit, I think it's like a 17 or 19 tooth, pre-drilled pinion options. So you don't have a ton of options there either. So, the limitations made it exciting. There were options out there to get you a little bit more gearing that not everyone knew about, which is fun. And then here we are with speeds everywhere from like 12 miles per hour to 76 miles per hour, so yeah, racers every year find a way to make things work.
And Crawler Concept, I'm not sure where he found that, but you can actually change the 3D print a spur gear. And what have you done with that for the spur gear?
So this is This is actually a file for the spur gear from Blitzer, Stadium Blitzer.
Okay.
So instead of the factory spur being a 55, this is a 50 tooth. This is what happens when you try to use the wrong material. One run and it's pretty much
Hold it in. There you go.
one
Now-
run and it wipes the teeth out.
Which material is the black one?
Carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber 3D
Element.
print material.
Yep.
Okay.
One run, 3S, 3/4 through the run, and you can hear the motor zing.
And now you're printing them in?
PLA.
Okay.
This was Jacko Trades, Bryce, that's what he recommended. He said, hey, prints in regular PLA, so I'm going to give it a try. So I made more than one.
Wow. Chucky's Hobby says you don't need it. 75 miles an hour on 18 teeth. That's what he's done. On
Well,
2S.
right now, so
Wow.
when I ran this one, I ran this with a 22 tooth pinion and a 7700 kV. I'm not sure how fast I would have gone, but I did 56 according to what the car did. I changed out, put the stock spur in, managed to fit a 20 tooth pinion in there with a tight mesh, and I did 62 miles an hour. So knowing that, okay, I need to loosen the mesh, I thought, how big of a pinion can I fit in there? So now I have a stock pinion with a 24 tooth with perfect mesh.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping, well, it rained today, so to be continued tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay.
I put up the video for 62 miles an hour. I'm hoping to beat it. If I beat it, then Phil will get a new video link.
That's why I'm bothering. Oh, yeah. And what's the deadline to send a video so it's on the Sunday show?
That will be end of the month, July 31st.
No, every week so I can make it, because I did a run yesterday and I didn't upload it yet. But if I upload it tomorrow morning and I send you an email tomorrow, is that still good to make it for Sunday show?
Yeah, you're good. The normal cutoff would be the Saturday before Scoreboard
Saturday?
Sunday at noon Pacific Standard.
Okay.
Yeah. And then at the very end of the event I had to change that at the very end because I forgot we got a little kind of mini getaway thing planned and I won't be home. So I told people that at the end of the month, I had to have all their submissions in by 10 a.m. On the 31st, which is Thursday, I believe. That's Thursday.
It's the brushed and brushless class that's restricted for 3D parts, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So because GD Passel, is it GD Passel? No, it's Swampers RC. Said it's only the brush class that's restricted for 3D printed part. No, it's the brushed and brushless. The only place you can use 3D parts is in open class. So there's 3 class.
Correct. And then there was one guy that used a 3D printed part in I think he's brushed. Yeah, I think he's brushed. Okay. And I allowed it. But it's not a performance enhancing part. He's got a really small 2S LiPo that he was using, and he didn't want it jostling around inside the battery box. So he kind of created like a hard case sleeve. It's like a soft case battery. So he 3D printed like a hard case sleeve to put his battery in. I was like, you know what? I'll let that slide because if not, there's no performance enhancement at all.
Foam.
Or anything,
You can
right?
get foam. Foam is not 3D printed. That's what I put in there.
Yeah, that's what I do too. But most people
Piece
do.
of foam.
But he did it. I mean, I got the submission right. He didn't ask. He did it. So it was.
Yeah, it doesn't change the performance. You're right. It's just a safety thing, especially to hold that LiPo in place.
Yeah.
Joe versus RC says, I vote for the Clodbuster next year. Now
it's been on the menu. A lot of people do. A lot of people want to see Clodbuster speed races.
And they're
Now-
still readily available, lots of parts.
Yes, the scary part about that, if ever somebody does a speed run with this, he will definitely have to get rid of the four-wheel steering, because on speed run, a four-wheel steering, very bad idea.
Have it brushed in the brush category, have four-wheel steering.
Well, it's easy to do because I can take my radio and only do the front steering, but it's got four-wheel steering, but I lock the rear. I could do that with the radio.
Even with the rear lock, I mean, it's so like those big tires.
It's only
man.
this
Yeah.
long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I have
would
one
be
here.
funny.
It's
It
right
would be
there.
hilarious.
Mine's right there. I got the Super Clodbusters Silver Edition, I think it's called. Whatever the no. Anyways, it's all black edition, I guess, and it's got a
All
silver
the black
stripe.
edition, black and yeah, same one I got.
So, but it would be very interesting, and a lot of people have Clodbusters. And that's why, like you were saying about, okay, what class do I run this year? And like there's the BBX that came out. There's a bunch of other ones. But yeah, you're right. Canada, where I'm still waiting for the Kyosho two-wheel drive drifter to come here. And people in the States are already driving it, but we're not here. So
Yeah, it's weird how they get released, right? I mean, there are some kits that we got really early last year. Actually, I think the BBX came to Canada first. And same with the Squash Band. They came out kind of back to back. And I think I was like one of the first people on YouTube reviewing them. And I mean, like, Tom Lee didn't get the BBX till like months later in the UK. A lot of guys in the UK didn't get them until months later. So it is interesting how whether it's Tamiya, Kyosho, whoever, how they do their releases, like which country gets the shipment first. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is to it.
mm-hmm. JD Passel says the wheels will come off from speed run, LOL. Definitely, those big rubber wheels, if you put too much speed, they will like do a pizza slice. People would have to come up with different wheels on it and whatever. But the stock brush class, that would be interesting to see. It wouldn't be very fast, but it would be funny to see how fast people would actually get those going.
Now, here would be the interesting part. Since a lot of people have the Cloudbusters still from back in the day, run a brushed class with the mechanical speed controller.
Ooh.
Oof.
Yeah, I don't miss those
That-
like at all.
That would be funny. That would be a lot of the, like, remember when they would get really hot, especially on a Clodbuster? I actually had one of the joints on mine when I was a kid by my friend. It got so hot from just like running battery after battery that the solder let go. And he lost power. We're like, what the heck happened? And you see the joint came right off the ESC. The thing got so hot.
Yeah, doing a class of vintage like that would be tough. Especially you got to find a speed controller that does two motors, because I don't know if they all do, because I do have some vintage mechanical speed controller here, but can it really handle two motors? That I don't know.
Well, the original did have it, but they also had a power and an economy switch as well.
Oh yeah, and you probably had a bigger heat sink in the back also. So there is something.
Can I ask you guys a question then? This is I'm glad Clodbuster came up, because one of the main elements in selecting a chassis is cost. I want to make sure that, you know, as many people can join as possible, and, you know, times are tough and things are expensive. So I typically go for lower dollar cars. Going with the Clodbuster, which is what, like 500 Canadian, right? Before any mods, anything you buy when it's they're about 459, 469, something like that. Would you guys say like, hey, that's cool, it's a good idea? I mean, it's double the cost of a TTO2 or triple the cost of a Grasshopper.
Let me find how much it is at Great Hobbies.
Well, right now I know they're on sale at Eliminator.
Super Clodbuster, $4.99 Canadian or $3.99 Canadian, depends on which Clodbuster you get. It is expensive, that's for sure.
The aftermarket support is pretty big on those.
But yeah, the aftermarket,
Huge.
you'd get a lot of people trying to find used ones though. Like that's what happens
And
with. There's a lot of them, but people don't want to get rid of them for cheap. That's the only problem. People see Clodbuster or the name Clodbuster and they think, oh, I'm sitting on a gold mine. 90% of the time you're not.
You know they won't be using the stock body, especially if it has the bow tie grill or tailgate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if they do, they don't know what they have.
True.
You can get them going fast. I've got a mod Clod that I built. 2013 I started building it, probably finished 2014. And I was running twin Castle Sidewinder 2 ESCs and 7700 kV motors in it on 2S.
Yikes.
And yeah, it was, I don't even think I ever got it to full throttle, but like it was disgustingly fast. It was absolutely wild. All like aluminum gearboxes, everything's all powder coated black. I did it up real nice, but like, yeah, I think it's the most expensive RC I've ever built, but it was too much. It was crazy. You couldn't drive the bloody thing. So I converted it back to
Think of how
brush.
big the tires would grow if you got full power.
Yeah. And the tires that I'm running on, it actually my best friend when we were kids sent me his original Clod tires. So I have like 1988 Clod tires on there that somehow aren't dry rotted. They're actually in great shape. And that's what I had on that.
Here you go. Here's a dumb question for you. I know it's kind of a question that usually isn't answered, but what's the largest millimeter can motor that can fit in a grasshopper? Diameter and length.
550
Well,
can.
550, the 500 can I think is the biggest because
Because anything bigger than that, then you won't have the bolt pattern for it to work. If you want to enlarge your bolt pattern or have an adapter, sure. But to use the factory 2 bolts, I think a 550 can motor would be the biggest you can get.
I was just curious.
Yeah, the other element too is how close the motor comes to that rear shock as well. So
That's not because I do have the white the original grasshopper with a 12 turn in it.
Yeah.
I was just wondering. It's like, okay, I know how big that 550 is, but what is, even if it's not the length, it could be, I was just curious what would fit in there.
Don't know.
Sure you'll get a 550 in there, man.
What's that?
Pretty sure you get a 550 in there.
550.
Well, yeah, I know a 550. That's why I'm saying, could you go a 570, a 570?
With enough trimming, you can do anything.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I didn't want to try tear it up. I just figured, let's see what.
Well, you gotta remember too is that you still have to get that pinion in that hole.
Yeah. When I have this, when I take the other one out, I have a spare 770 here. I'll just check real quick without putting the pinion on to see how it lines up. And I'll take some pictures and I'll send it to you.
Still gotta get that pinion in the hole.
Yeah, I got to stick that pinion in the hole. Okay, sponsors. You got a bunch of sponsors this year.
Got a lot of, yeah. I started working on this pretty much when last year ended.
Okay.
So it was, it's tough to get a hold of, a lot of these companies. I'm not,
It is.
and I'm not in bed with, I've never worked for anybody in the hobby industry, so I don't know names, so I'm just a nobody just sending emails and very persistently sending emails and
and you probably have some companies that actually contact you and say, hey, I'll jump in. So, but those are rare, but it does happen.
That's right. Now that my YouTube channel has grown to the size it's grown to, and I've got good sponsors that way, I've got connections with them. But
Good.
These are a lot of overseas companies, RTR Hobby, Ruko Drone, Hobby King, these are all great.
Who's Guru's World? He's in the comp, I think, right? Or is that something else?
He's in the contest. This is the second year in the contest. He is also a YouTuber. That's his YouTube channel, is Guru's World. Check him out, guys. He is so talented. He's an auto body painter by trade, and the bodies that he paints, man, holy cow, that guy can paint. Yeah.
He's the reason why I got into the challenge. I caught the tail end of last year's challenge and I went, I'm marking my date. June
Cool.
1st,
Guys.
25, I'm in Lake Flynn.
That's awesome.
We also have Castle Creation. So I'm just going by random. Castle Creation, which everybody knows, they do motors and they do ESCs, which is kind of cool for the speedrun. Little story about Castle Creation you want to talk about or say, Phil?
I actually got that contact through Guru's World. His friend Eric, that's in his videos with him all the time. He is a very how can I say? He's a very hardworking guy, and he really grinded hard to get that contact. And we owe that one to Eric from Guru's World. He did a good job there.
Cool. You also have BC Hobbies. BC Hobby is a hobby store close to you, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's here on the island.
Little story about BC Hobby. Who are they? How big are they? And what do they have?
They're a little mom and pop shop here on Vancouver Island in the Hillside Mall. They have come on as another official sponsor of my channel, which is amazing because it helps my cost structure a lot. Because you don't make a lot of money on YouTube till you're big, right? So it's every little bit helps tremendously. Yes. So he's at my size, I lose money every month. I don't make any money on YouTube right now. I lose at least $1,500 a month, anywhere from $15,000 to $3,000 a month. I lose. So having him come on board, he is a great guy. BC Hobby started in 1956, I think, and it was a family-run business. Went down a few generations, and they made a lot of money, and they just wanted out. So they ended up selling to the new owner, who kind of really spruced it up, took it out of kind of a dingy downtown location, put it in a beautiful spot in the mall. I did a video at like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
it's on my channel if you could. Yeah, beautiful store. Everything's nice and clean and well lit, and they're the best, and they just want to work together. So I'm very, very lucky to have them as a sponsor.
Cool. And we also have another Canadian hobby store, which is Great Hobbies. Yay, look at that. The crowd are cheering. They're going wild. Little story. Who is Great Hobbies? Go ahead.
Every Canadian knows Great Hobbies. They're awesome. Tyler is the name of one of the managers. I think he's Ottawa, I think.
Yeah, he is in Ottawa, and he's in the competition also.
That's right. He is a great guy. He actually reached out to me last year. He's like, hey, man, I'll sponsor that.
Cool.
So, because I lived in Edmonton for 6 years. So I tried to reach out to my Edmonton guys, and it just didn't really go anywhere. And because I used to race with them, I knew them very well, but just didn't go anywhere. So then Tyler just jumped in and said, hey, I'll help out. So I think they gave us like 5 or 6 or something like that gift cards this year, $40 gift cards. Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, Great Hobbies Ottawa. They've always been good with the hobby here and helping out guys doing events and things like that. Every time I do an event, I go knock on his door and I say, hey, I'm doing an event. And he's more than happy to give me gift certificate to help out and to give to some people. So it's a great place, and they got great stock. They are across Canada, and I believe they have about 7 or 8 stores, I believe. So their buying power is pretty good, and they're doing real good. I like them.
They're doing really good. Yeah, they're a really nice Canadian success story. It's great to see stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool.
They opened up a brand new store outside of Halifax too.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Eliminator RC. Who are they?
Eliminator RC. They are in Manitoba. So another Canadian shop. Awesome shop. Love them. They've been kind of on board with Poor Boys RC for several years now. They stock a lot of Tamiya stuff. So if you guys are looking, Tamiya Kyosho, they're kind of that last kind of Canadian diehard Tamiya Kyosho Canadian RC hobby store. I do have a coupon code for them as well, guys. I don't make any money off that. So if you do shop there, make sure you use it. Poor Boys RC with a capital P, Poor Boys RC. It doesn't work for everything, but it's 15 bucks off $100 or more. So write that down if you're in Canada and save some money on your next purchase. But there's another little mom and pop, great little store. They're awesome. Super supportive. I love them.
See, I didn't know Eliminator RC was a hobby store. I thought they were batteries or tires or something. I didn't know that. Cool.
Oh wow, yeah, check them out. I think you'd be really surprised at their with their Tamiya inventory, and their pricing is absolutely phenomenal. If you compare like an Amain price to Eliminator is always going to be cheaper.
Cool. Ruko Drones.
Ruko Drone, yeah. So I did a couple reviews for them this year. They sent some drones to my channel. Not a big drone guy, but I thought I love everything RC. Let's do it. And really great company, very strong communication, and nice little drones. So they've sponsored the SRC this year, and they're giving away one of their 4K camera little mini drones to one of the winners. Yeah, they're awesome.
Cool. Hobby King. Tell me a little bit about Hobby King.
Hobby King's another just online giant. They've got everything. If you're looking for really specific parts too, like nice, like anodized, wheel nuts and just really specific little items, they've got this massive inventory, and they've got warehouses all over the world, like China, UK, USA. Yeah, they're awesome. They're giving away like 10 batteries and a bunch of gift cards and stuff this year. They're really good.
I've purchased from Hobby King before, and yes, depending what you order, it takes a long time to get here, but it gets here, and the service is good. The price is not bad. Mind you, shipping lately, because of what's been going on around the world, is not good. But I found parts I couldn't find anywhere else. I found them on Hobby King, and I like them. They're cool.
Yep, they're great.
RTR Hobby, another hobby store, I guess.
No, well, virtual. They sell direct from China, and they do a lot of helicopters. All of my helicopter reviews that you guys see on my channel are from RTR Hobby. They do like the small scale drift cars. They're getting into some of the 16, 12 scale RCs as well, and just another great company that they've got great products. Amazing pricing, really easy to work with, and they support me, so I support them.
Cool. The other one is Radiolink.
Radiolink, love Radiolink. Another sponsor of my channel. I do a lot of reviews for them, and I got to say, like, some people poo-poo Radiolink. I've heard a lot of negativity, saying issues with like signal drop and things like that with some of their radios. I'm working on a long-term review of my RC8X, because when I did my review, I mean, I don't think I ever received so much hate mail before in my life. Everyone telling me it's junk, and how am I promoting that? I use that radio for every single car that I operate now, and I've never had one signal drop issue. So, everyone's situation is different. But and if you notice when you watch the speed runs, a lot of guys are using Radiolink radios. They're inexpensive. They just work, and they work beautifully.
Cool. Cow RC, which was in the chat a little earlier. Tell us about Cow RC.
The best of the best of the best when it comes to, just cleaning, like RC maintenance products. I've been talking with the owner there. He's quite a bit lately, and just a very passionate guy who just knows his stuff, and he knows how to get that extra little bit of performance out of anything. Motor, suspension. Their product line, guys, like, check them out. Go to their website, cowerc.com, and their stuff is absolutely beautiful. I started using their stuff about a year ago, and I don't know how I'd do RC without it now,
Cool. Amain Hobbies. Nobody knows Amain. Who the heck is Amain? No, I'm just kidding.
Anyone ever heard of them? Yeah, they're awesome. I went there last year. I met with Brett Bowen, super nice guy, walked me through the store. Allowed me to film in there. They've got the giant track in their new store there in Chico, California. He's like, here, take a rental car. Just here's a car, drive it around. man, they're just great. They're awesome, and they're another one of these kind of mom and pop success stories in the U.S. side, obviously,
Yeah.
but just so easy to work with, and I love them.
Cool. CNHL Batteries. Tell me a little bit about it.
CNHL, yeah. So a lot of speed racers are actually using them. So CNHL is kind of this budget-friendly, high-performance battery line, and within that product lineup, they've got many variances of different performance levels and some like a battery for every budget. I mean, their lineup is humongous. Some guys say they don't like them. Personally, I love them. I'm running them exclusively now. Well, pretty much exclusively. I do some stuff still with Hobby King, but other than that, it's all CNHL. And most of the SRC winners, many of the SRC winners, are running CNHL batteries. So it's kind of it's an interesting thing because it's kind of, I like lower dollar items that perform very well, and CNHL fills that. They kind of bridge that gap. It's not a ProTech battery. It's going to cost you $200. It's a LAHB that's $80, and it might not perform exactly as well as a ProTech, but I'll bet you it's pretty darn close, and it's going to cost you a lot less money.
Yeah, I think I got one of their batteries here. I'm not sure. Swampers RC says, I sent Amain too much of my money. Well, at least you had fun. Radiolink says, Cow RC is good stuff, but has a 25% tariff right now in Canada, which is not fun.
Not fun. Yeah, he makes all of his stuff himself too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes, well, I think 90% of his products he makes in the States. So yeah, we're gonna have to pay a little extra these days. That's how it is. It's not their fault,
No. Rocket Racing says, I have a Radiolink in my car. Cool.
Yeah, and he won last year, didn't he? Oh, he came close. Third place, I think.
I have 3 Radiolink, the GS4 and the 6. And, actually 4. I do have that GS8, which I purchased, and I did put 1 or 2 cars on it, but when people said the signal drop, I kind of not lost interest, but it's there. I haven't really used it because I guess I'm scared I'm going to be disappointed. So if I keep it in the bag and I say I have one, I'm not disappointed because I haven't used it. But I do have to take it out.
They've got an update. If it's the RC8X that you're using, they do have an update you can do to it, a firmware update, and I'm working on a long-term review video. So they've already got it on their website, or I'm sorry, on YouTube, and you can watch it. Super easy to do, and they guarantee no issues and longer range. But they said like 600 meters of range. I tested it. I couldn't get more than I think maybe 250 or something. So the range claim wasn't quite accurate in my opinion. But as far as signal drop goes and all that, again, I use mine exclusively now and never have an issue. Knock on wood.
Well, some people actually, when they're working on their cars, I see it so often, and it works with any radio. They're working on their car and they lean in and they have the radio about 6 or 5 inches away from the receiver. That's the worst thing to actually drop the signal when you're too close. People don't realize that. And then they start bitching on the radio. Well, this thing is no good. And this is not only with Radiolink. This is with any type of radio. If you get too close to the car, it will drop out. You got to be careful.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, they will.
If they really want to complain, they can go back to crystals.
Yes. I have a Mini Z that I checked the other day how much it was worth because it's still got a crystal in it. It's an older one. And man, it's crazy how much people are selling the body for that car. So, okay, I'm going to keep this on the shelf and not... the body is worth more than the chassis, but that's beside the point. It's kind of... The Mini Z cars are crazy, the details on those cars. Do you have any of those, poor boy?
No, I don't.
No?
I don't know. I don't know why I don't, but I just don't. I gotta get one someday. It looks so awesome.
And did you ever try the Kyosho Phaser yet?
I have the Phaser Rally, the Subaru.
Okay.
It's so good. It is so good. Um, Mark Bryan and I started doing like, because he's a big TTO2 guy, so we did like a TTO2 versus Phaser MK2 Rally, bit of a heads up, head to head competition sort of thing, virtually, of course. But I love it. I love it actually a lot more than my TTO2 Rally. I did a really fun video with mine. I'm staring at it right now. It's on my wall. They're so good. They're awesome. And it comes with like a 14-turn brushed motor, which is like
Yep.
a great combination of power, torque, top end. It just works so well. The big suspension on it too.
I lent my Kyosho Phaser to a guy at the last Parking Lot Wars, and he's here with us, Paulie. And let me tell you, his eyes, and like, he just came to me. He goes, "This is not. This is stock." I go, "Yes, it is." So he turned around, and what did you do, Paulie? What did you do with your Tamiya?
Well, first of all, I drove a car I'd never driven before that belongs to you, and I won that trophy for first place in the class. Never drove the car before. I immediately went home, packed up all my TTO2 stuff. As you can see, I like those, and sold it.
He sold it and just to
Bought
get
a
the
Phaser
money
the
and
next
buy
day.
the Phaser instead.
I mean, my
They are that
TTO2s,
good.
I had every upgrade on them. Every upgrade. I was running 15-turn brushed with high voltage 2S lipo, and I got handled.
The handling,
by
the
a
handling
Phaser.
on the handling on a stock Kyosho Phaser is nuts when you compare it to a Tamiya upgraded TTO2. It's
Yeah.
Night and day, beautiful car.
night and day, night and day.
Yeah, it's almost kind of shames the TTO2. I tried to explain this to Mark Bryan. He wasn't buying it. He was like, he was digging his heels in so hard. No, TTO2 is the best. I'm like, dude, as soon as you drive this Phaser, no, you'll get it. Just it's all over, man. Like just the way it feels in your hand, it's responsive and it just does what you need it to do. It's where the TTO2 kind of has its own mind a little bit,
A little bit sometime, yeah.
Yeah, it'll tell you what's happening. You don't tell it. The Phaser listens beautifully.
You got to have a shim budget for a TTO2, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Bruno B's in the chat. He comes and race with us. Also, he was actually there the last race, but he arrived too late, so he couldn't run in the Kyosho. So he would have beat your ass, but that's beside the point.
Wait, Bruno, that's Kill All Tires, right?
Yes, that's
What's up,
Kill All
Bruno?
Tires on his car. So he was there, and he's got one also. He's been racing with us, and he mentioned, he says, luckily Brad didn't hear that we're saying that the TTO2 is not as good as the Kyosho, but I've told him in the past. Mind you, the TTO2 is a fun car. That's no if and buts about it. It's a fun car in its own class. And that's why I run a stock class for Tamiya and stock class for Kyosho. And I can't put the two together because top speed for the Tamiya with a silver can is 18 miles an hour. But the Kyosho goes 24 miles an hour. So that's way too much of a spread when we start racing stock. And now we have slash class, and that one's is open class. And Paulie also got one of those to run on the race, so that's going to be interesting next in a couple of weeks. We're going to have fun.
Yeah, I pulled the motor out of my infraction to put in it.
You put an infraction. You know, too much speed is not good when you race sometime, eh?
I disagree.
The only time it hurts is the stop.
It all depends on what kind of racing you're doing.
True.
Parking racing on pavement is hard on the landing. We'll see how he's going to do. Especially when you get that kicker ramp or that ramp that I got. And luckily it's not put on the highest, but you get good air. And Polly actually jumped with mine and actually went in a container between a container and a brick wall, a concrete wall, and actually slid in the slot.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it was like a trick shot. How I did that, I don't know. And I'm just glad I got your car back, man. I was so afraid I'm never gonna see it again.
And it was the first time he drove a slash like that on pavement. Also, when you came third on that
First time
one,
I drove
think?
a slash.
Oh, slash. Okay, and you came what position on that one?
I'm a Tamiya guy. I don't know.
What position did you came in short course truck?
Oh, like last. It was like
Okay,
dead
last.
last.
Okay.
It was bad.
So we have fun, and I like people to take their cars off the shelf, just like you're doing, poor boy, with your speed challenge. People are modifying, taking them off the shelf. Like, who would have thought you would take a grasshopper or the other one that to actually try to make it go as fast as it can. I want people to take it out. That's why I'm doing the lunchbox race next at the end of the month. Let's have
I'm
fun.
so excited about the lunchbox race. The lunchbox race, Frank. I pulled my lunchbox out today, man. I'm so excited. Racing a lunchbox. This is going to be epic, bro. I'm going to have so much fun.
Get your cameras ready for Instagram and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Oh yeah, I'll be wearing a camera on every appendage.
It's going to be fun.
Lunchbox racing is so much fun. Like, they're so wacky. There's so into wheelies and nonstop wheelies. You can't turn. The front tires are in the air.
Yeah, it's
gonna be
just
so
going to
awesome.
be slow and on the roof.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, you guys
and
can have a blast.
What you don't know yet, Paul, is I am going to put the jumps.
Yeah?
Yeah, but
Low
the
ones,
no,
Yeah,
the
okay.
low ones. Yeah, not the tall one that does the kicking. It's
Otherwise, tell Jeff to order a bunch of parts, man. 'Cause
they're 2x6, so it's 5.5 inch tall, the jumps, and it should be fun. Just to get it up there.
yeah, that'll be fun, man, for sure.
She said, just to get it up there.
Just to get it up there. Oh, Jack, we got an Australian guy that's with us. Outback Jack just commented.
Jack, my friend, Jack.
No, I don't know if he's your friend. I'm not sure if he likes you or not.
Yeah, he don't like me, but you know.
No? So what is next for speedrun challenge? Do you think people are going to want to do it more than once a year, or once a year is enough?
For me, managing it once a year is more than enough.
I guess.
So yeah, so
I'm gonna say.
I'm good. I'm cool, man. I'm done after this, but I need a mental health break after managing it. But it's cool because it's like a lot of guys piggyback off of it now. There's other guys that have started speedrun challenges as well. So it's good for the community. So check it out. I know Joe versus RC. He participates in a lot of the other ones that happen. I don't. Again, I'm not a huge speedrun guy, so and I'm just busy doing other things. But it's good because a lot of guys know what's happening. I think this is the biggest one that's just kind of like YouTube community wise. So
for participant wise, yes, I think it's the biggest one.
Yeah. So so it's good timing. Like, some other guys will just be like, okay, now that one's done, I'm going to host mine. So if you guys are into this, just keep your ear to the ground. Because it's usually some of the guys that are participating in my speedrun challenge that'll do start their own, and if that's your cup of tea, man, go for it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I know that Mitchell Miner also has which is Mitchell Miner. What's his full name?
Top speed.
It's
Top Speed, yeah.
Yeah.
Top Speed Mitchell Miner YouTube channel. He has one going on right now, and we asked him, when is it going to end? He goes, I don't know. Let's just keep it going. So there's a bunch of guys. It's like a DR10. It's a dragster. It's a 2-wheel drive short course truck or dragster, and he's doing speedrun challenge with it. So it's not a short run anymore. It's just run it as far and as long as you can and see how fast you can go with it.
And if you wear a dress, you get 5 miles or more. It's a drag race.
Yeah. So we started talking in the chat saying, because for Keith, he's a slow guy here. Yeah. Well, it goes for me also, because me and him are on the bottom. It's Keith, then it's me, and then it's a bunch of other guys that are on top. I'm just running whatever I had stock. So we're having fun. But if anybody wears a dress while doing the drag speedrun challenge, we get 5 miles an hour extra.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Because it is a drag race challenge. It doesn't work for
Problem is,
speedrun.
KB can't find a 5X dress. That's why.
Crazy. Oh my God. Double A says, A-Tank, which Kyosho and body do you have? Well,
Oh,
where do
wrong
I start?
answer.
Wrong answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 of them.
Yeah, it's like wrong question.
Well, that's what I said. I figured you'd figure it out a hell of a lot quicker there, Keith.
I got the Bel Air, the GTO, Camaro, Mercedes, 2 Hellcats. One's mine, one's my brother. Not my brother, my son. And I got the General Lee, but that one is on the
Loan.
Charger. That one is a brushless. So that's the phaser I have. And next month, Paul, maybe we should run an M-Class chassis.
I don't have an M-Class chassis. Maybe I should go and buy one.
You don't have an M-Class chassis? Darn.
No, my wife is shaking her head at me. I'm not going to buy an M-Class chassis. Maybe you have one you could sell me that I could say I found somewhere.
I have 2.
I won it. I mean, no, I didn't win it. I won it at Parking Lot Wars. That's what happened. They gave it to me.
Where'd it come from? Hey, somebody just gave it to me.
They gave it to me.
You just gave it to me.
Tell me how much is it? They gave it to me.
$20 a month. That's all you ever spend, right?
$20 at Walmart.
Every time I walk into the hobby shop, it's $20 here, $20 there, $20 this shelf, $20 that shelf.
And then you'll end up like me.
Well, that's the goal, right? He who dies with the most toys wins, right? Isn't that what it is?
Okay.
Probably.
Look at the wall behind Phil.
Yeah. Well, Phil grew a heck of a lot faster than I did.
It's funny that you mentioned the wall behind Phil. Phil, I have a question for you. Which do you like better? Top Force Evo or Egress?
Ooh.
Okay. I know it's a question, but
Yeah,
I noticed you have both. So I have to ask because I'm assuming you've driven them both.
Okay, that's where I got to like be that guy and say no, I haven't. I haven't driven the Egress yet because it's so beautiful, man. I'm scared of like scratching it. Like same with my Avante. I haven't driven my Avante yet either. It's like the Avante and the Egress. You know, growing up as a kid, those were those were untouchable cars, right? Those are cars you're never gonna have. There's like rich kid cars, right? So now that I have them, it's like, man, I can't bring myself to put a scratch in it. So
I get it. I get it for sure.
Yeah. So, maybe not the best guy to ask, but I'll tell you, man, that Top Force Evo, it's right up there. So I don't know why I don't, and I've driven my Evo a lot. So there's like a soccer field by my house. They have like all that artificial turf. And I was thinking it's like taking the Avante and the Egress out there so I can at least just, zip it around a little bit and get to experience it a bit. Maybe like build a little ramp or something and just kind of, so I'll do that one day. I've got to do it one day. Yeah, it's tough because people are always playing soccer there. But one morning. But yeah, what about you? What would you pick?
Oh, if like I've never seen one in person, either of them, right? So if I had to choose, I would just on looks alone, Egress. And probably paint it in the style that Andy Robinson did. It's kind of like
how he painted his.
He painted his like a metallic black, but only a thin layer with blue underneath.
Oh wow!
It looked amazing. It looked really good. I love that car so much. I'm looking at my wife, asking her if I can have one for Christmas. She's probably saying no.
It's like the Egress and the Avante were the best builds I've ever done in my life. I built hundreds of cars, and it's just the way they go together, man. Like everything is it's just such an experience when you get one. Not if, but when you get one. just like, turn everything off, no phones, no
Yeah.
nothing. Just immerse yourself in the moment. They're the nicest build you're ever going to build.
Oh, I'm excited to build one, man. The carbon fiber and the aluminum pieces alone, you're just like, oh, ooh, like just beautiful.
That's the thing. It's like a piece of art. Like when I look at it, like I hold them every, few months, I'll just take them off the shelf, be like, I got to drive you.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's a piece of art. It's tough to want to, put a scratch in it.
Well, I hope when you do drive them that you film it.
Oh, I will.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Fair doo-doo.
There's a lot of guys I find that went into bashing, and then they tried crawling, and they really love crawling now. They still do bashing, but they enjoy crawling more. Have you ever tried crawling, poor boy?
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit. I used to do a lot when I lived in Alberta, and then I still do quite a bit out here. I actually just got into like these mini crawlers. I did a review on this little guy a little while ago. This is from
Yeah.
Hobby Plus.
FMS, Hobby Plus, yeah.
I mean, for something this small, I was blown away at how amazing it performs. It does things I just didn't think it could ever possibly do. It really blew me away. I've got another one. I got the Arctos here. I'm going to do a review on really soon. Actually, this weekend we're going filming with these guys. But
Cool.
but yeah, we do quite a bit of crawling. I love it, man. It's so good. Where we live, we've got nice rocks everywhere, and it's a nice spot to do it.
My son, when he was 12, I told him, for your birthday, you got a choice. Either I buy you a basher, and I can't remember which basher I wanted to get him, but it was the basher or the Gen 8, the Red Cat Gen 8. And he looks at it, and I showed him both pictures, and he goes, Dad, and he's 12 years old. Dad, the basher is fun because you can jump with it, you can do all kind of tricks with it, but it's going to last 10 minutes, and then you're done. But the crawler, I can be out there with you for hours and hours and have fun with it. And he chose the crawler just because he says he can be in the woods for hours and just like clear his mind and just have fun. And that's the reason he chose that. And for a 12-year-old, I found, hey, that's cool.
That's very cool. There's somebody said to me once, I remember when 2012, 13 kind of timeline, when Axial came out with the first Wraith. And a friend of mine brought it to the racetrack. We were all racing 8-scale E-buggies, E-truggies back in those days. And I remember him like trying to climb this hill, and it was moving kind of slow. And I'm like, I don't get it. Like, what's the point of this silly thing? And he said, there's something about RC rock crawling you'll never understand until you go RC rock crawling. Yep. And that always resonated with me. I'm like, this is the silliest thing I've ever seen. I don't get it. And then I grabbed the control. I tried it one time. Like, all right, let's go. Bought an SCX10, and the rest is history.
Sold.
They're awesome. Yeah, sold. 100% sold. Yeah, that's what we do. Like every weekend, we'd get up early Sunday mornings, and we had this little route that we do. And just like you and your son there, Tank.
Yep.
We go out for a couple hours. And it's just take your time and find a line that you can maybe do today, or maybe you're struggling with. You change your tires or change gearing or whatever, and try that really difficult line the next week, and just hang out the whole time and have fun. I love it.
Now, I know Paul. Yeah, go ahead.
This is my son's Wraith that we bought him. And he's worn out every single part on this truck multiple times.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember when he got that.
When we were up in Ontario, he nonstop, he probably went through, 7 batteries in a row.
I think the first time I met you when you came to the G6, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He did that, and it was nonstop from the time we got there till the time we left to go to the B&B. He wore that thing out. He killed the motor because it just couldn't go any further. People were handing him motors afterwards. Come on, going.
We were on the beach, and I was driving. I can't remember. I think it was my Winnebago, and I got him to drive the Winnebago, and then people, are you really going to lend him that? You really going to lend him that? It's behind my truck. It's right there. Mm-hmm. And he loved it. Like, yeah, I go to him, I go slow, but didn't go fast anyways. It's not meant to go fast, but he did it pretty good, and he remembered me. And for a few times now when I was on YouTube or chatting with him or whatever, he did remember me. So which is great. And
He's doing
you
the
guys are
countdown
going to,
for the next trip, so
oh yeah. So you
He's
guys are going to be
excited.
here next month
yes, we leave
for
on the 14th. That's our travel day to go up.
okay. So there's a big event here in Canada for scale trucks made by Chris from GCM Racing. So Ultimate RC. So it's at a KOA here, and it's going to be fun. There's a lot of people that are going to come with that.
Knockout.
Knockout?
Are they still?
KO.
Are they? Still,
Go ahead.
Are GCM still manufacturing chassis? I know they had like a little like a lineup for a while there, right? Yeah, they are. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
I don't think he's come up with anything new lately, but he's still kind of doing odds and end. Like when somebody comes out with a new chassis, well, he's doing a chassis mount to mount his transmission that he has, so people can get rid of that 3-gear transmission and make it more scale. Move the motor more to the front, like that you can have an interior. So he does a lot of manufacturing like that to come up with new stuff. So
Redefine. He's kind of like polishing all the little areas and coming with new ideas to, expand on his current platforms.
yeah, and even the I think it's Ford or Dodge or whatever. The front end, there's like the arms that goes in the front end to hold the I-beam front suspension. He's recreated that in milled aluminum to actually look scale. So when you go down with the camera or you look in the side of the car, you actually see them. It's all about the scale look and the scale performance of the car. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I used to watch those guys quite a bit when I was really in my crawling days, but these days not so much. But love it, and they're in Ontario too, aren't they?
That's correct.
Ottawa.
Yeah.
Ottawa, yeah.
Pembroke, which is about an hour away from Ottawa. So might as well say Ottawa because it's only an hour away. So
are you guys familiar with Headquake?
Yep.
He's
in BC.
Is he BC?
Yes, he's in. Trying to remember the name of the area, but he's in BC.
Okay, I thought he was in Ontario. I mean, he's another guy. He kind of got away from YouTube for a while, but I remember he had little
all of his wooden bodies.
Oh my god!
He would use the same chassis and he would put different bodies on it, and so he would have like this truck or that truck. The running gear was exactly the same. He might change the wheels and tires, but he would just transfer it over, and the craftsmanship is just top notch.
Man, he was so cool, and the weight of that body so just made the truck just like
it floated like a real thing.
Yeah, man, I love watching his videos.
He did a lot of how-tos as well. He helped out a lot of people, like, they weren't sure how he was doing stuff, so he went into depth of how he did a lot of that stuff. Helped the hobby a lot.
Yeah, he's very talented guy. The first time I saw him take like a piece of wood and cut it in half by hand, I was like, "You're making a body? What the heck am I watching here?" And then
we're going, "What about balsa wood?" And he's like, "No, I'm making it my own."
Like, just mind-boggling what that guy can do. It's so talented.
I found the name and the thing for GCM. So he calls it UCRCA, so Ultimate RC Adventure. And it is August 15th to the 17th, KOA Renfrew, and that's the address. Last year he did it somewhere else. This year we're going there, which I think is even going to be a better spot than last year.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lake and everything there, don't it, Tank?
Yeah, it's got a small lake and thing like that. I posted this saying I'm going to bring this. Yes, it is dusty, but I got to build a barge. So that's going to be, so hats are available.
Build a barge?
Yeah, I got to build a barge to put the truck on to push people in the water.
Oh, okay.
So he did 1 or 2 videos about it. So, It's going to be at True North RC is in combination with him to actually get this done. So that's going to be cool.
Very cool.
Then there's a bunch of thing about the camping here. So if you guys go to GCM Racing, go to events, or just search Ultimate RC Adventure 2025, you will see this event.
So it's just one day?
It's the
Friday to the
15,
Sunday.
15,
I've
16,
seen that now.
17.
Never mind. Yeah.
You can just
So-
show up for the one day because
Yeah.
Friday is the check-in.
Which is the 15th.
The main event is the Saturday.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
there's some small stuff on Sunday, but the main event's on the Saturday. So if you just wanted to come for the one day, that's fine.
Yeah, see here, Friday 1 to 4 is check-in, camper, live music at the campfire. So Saturday is the tech-in at 8:30 a.m. I don't like that. Like, I'm going to be camping and I got to wake up really early and get all my stuff ready for 8:30 a.m. Man.
Well, that's okay. We're traveling on the Thursday because I have a 13+ hour drive.
Okay.
So I'm going to get there the day before. So I'm already there for check-in, and we're leaving the Monday because there's no way I'm leaving at noon on Sunday to get home at like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm checking
Monday.
in. I'll do the check-in on Friday also.
Yeah.
Like that, I can only be there for the show and shine at 9 a.m. Awards at 10. Crawler trails open at 10. Dinner. There's a dinner vintage buggy race at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Live
Bring your
music.
grasshoppers and hornets.
Yeah. Well, I got a vintage buggy. I got a RC10. Then Sunday, it's a free run day. There's a sled pull at 9 a.m. RC boat bash on the lake. So that's where I'll take my boat. I got 2 boats. And checkout is at 11. So, fun
6
little
feet of
RC adventure.
paracord.
What about the paracord?
That's 6 feet right there.
What does
Yeah,
that have to do
nice.
with RC?
You might need one to pull out on your boat, take it apart. You know, you can
Oh,
use it.
okay. But it's all bunched up together. It won't work. Come on now.
You got to take it apart.
I'd rather be RCing. So where do you guys see the speed, the top speed that people are going to go? What do you think is going to be? Or do you think we'll see the 100 miles an hour?
I know somebody in the chat said earlier today he's gonna make triple digits. So
Oh, yeah?
Rocket Racing, if he's still here, and he's a very fast guy, and he could do it.
That's
So-
in brushless or open class?
He is in open this year.
Open, okay.
I think someone's going to break 100. I have a feeling nobody's hit 80 yet, but I think someone's hiding in the bushes right now. There's
Hiding
another
in the
guy
wings.
competitor. Yeah, that's right. His YouTube channel is 100 Rock On, and he calls himself Diamond Dave. And he came in out of nowhere last year with the MF-01X, and he ended up winning the brush class.
Wow.
And yeah, and he's been uploading videos, but he hasn't sent me an official entry yet. He is fast. So we're definitely gonna get
I
into
saw
8.
that last one.
You did? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty fast. Mind you, he had to pick it up with a glad bag afterwards because there was not much left of the car.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But like, he doesn't do crazy mods either, which is really cool. And he runs CNHL batteries. Like, he's not running this like hyper modified car. It's so stock looking with a budget battery in it. And he's doing insane speeds. So he's got to keep an eye out for.
I
When I
find
saw
it.
that video, I did not believe the speed that I saw.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was fast.
I find it surprising how brushed, how fast they're going in the brush class and comparing it to the brushless. Like, it's pretty close, I find. People are going fast in the brushed class, which is cool.
You can
And what's
throw
really-
a blanket on literally the whole class of brushed. Like, from one person to the next. Like it's just small, 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 all the way from all the way up the ladder. It's just crazy how close they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of really tight little, like we were like, I remember last Sunday's scoreboard Sunday, there was like 30.1, 30.2, 30.3, 30.4, 31 miles. You know what I mean? Like set, tight little groupings like that. But what's really cool, Tanks, to what you were just saying, when you look at some of the speeds of versus brushless, a lot of the fast brush guys are using vintage gear. So they're using like, Trinity Speed Gem motors and like unlimited ESCs from the 90s, because who makes an ESC? I mean, some guys are using like, Castle ESCs on a brush motor. That's the only way they can, get it to power up. But it's just really neat to see vintage 90s brushed tech keeping up with modern tech. That is rad.
Yeah, it is. It's just like me. I posted a picture there with the Velenium ESC, and I'm going to pair it with this guy. So which is brushed, and it will run it. It is no limit motor and brushed, so I should have no problem. Some people are saying I'm going to burn this. Probably, but I'm only running on 2S, which is not as bad as 3S. So we'll see how it goes. I do have a Mamba Max Pro that I was going to run on this, but since I got this, I want to give this a try. I want to see how this is going to survive. If it doesn't, then I might put the Mamba Max. That's if the car survives this. We'll see. So
big if.
It's a big if the car survives.
I love it. They've been doing pretty good. There's only been a few really catastrophic wrecks this year. And yeah, I mean, I've rolled mine over pretty aggressively. I haven't broke apart yet. Again, knock on wood. A lot of people have wiped out pretty aggressively. I mean, some guys have bent to axles, which my Midnight Pumpkin was the first RC car I've ever owned. Mine back there is brushless. It's got a 12-turn brushless in it. I've never bent a CW01 or whatever those axles in my life. But if you guys have bent theirs in the speedrun challenge this year, which is kind of surprising to see.
It's going to be a fun challenge, and that's what this is all about. It's about having fun and doing it's to me, it's not about beating the guy ahead of me. It is going to be fun beating him, but I'm doing it for fun, just to see how fast I can go, and on a very low budget also, because I don't want to throw a shitload of money on this. I could, but I want to try to do it with what I got.
You want to see KB in a dress, that's all, Tank.
Well, that's for the Mitchell challenge, the Mitchell Minor challenge.
But see, everybody still, even though your budget or, whatever class you pick, there's still that human nature of competitive. Like you just want to, even if it's just against yourself, to improve your personal best. 1 mile an hour can just make the world for you, make your week. And then you have, then you go that next week and try to, can I go one more? Or, or am I cleaning up my car with a broom and a dustpan?
There is that competitive,
and I know that from experience.
Yeah, there is that competitiveness a little bit in there. Just like I went 21, which I've sent him an email. He's going to put it on. But just because I went 2 miles an hour now with the 17 turn, I was not going to put it in there. But just in case I crash bad with this guy, I'm just going to enter it. So, which means I'll be at 23. So, well,
I've uploaded videos, and if I do a better, then it's like a weak point 2.5,
okay,
or whatever, and then whatever's the better, that's what I submit. So
you guys are all having a blast, and that's what it's all about. And some people take it more seriously, and that's okay too. Some people like they really want to like this. They're very passionate about speed running, and that's cool too. Everybody's welcome. But it's the intent here is just to get people together and do the thing we love. We love these cars. We're celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Hornet and the Grasshopper this year. That's a huge milestone if you think about it. And when these chassis came out, like I think Tom Lee in his video is kind of funny. Like he ran his stock and he's like, "That's what you got in the '80s,"
Yeah.
And it's just like tooting around, And to see them doing 60, 70 miles an hour now is just nuts.
And that's what I said in my video when I drove that and I put the GPS on it. I'm go, this thing's like a turtle, because the problem is I ran my Slash or my short course truck 2-wheel drive for the Mitchell Minor Speed Challenge just before that, and it was going fast. And all of a sudden, I did the speed run after, but I should have did it the other way. But I did it after with the Grasshopper, and I'm there. This thing's a turtle, because I just did a speed run with the short course truck that was brushless, and it was just like, wow. And some people say, well, it's pretty fast for a turtle in the comments. Well, to me,
The
it
nice
was a
thing
turtle.
too is that the community behind it all, like everyone is very supportive of everyone
Yeah.
else. If there's even a remote of a hint of a questionable or a doubt or whatever, whether or not they're going the right direction, there's somebody there willing to help their two
Yeah,
cents, whatever
and
it
what's
takes.
It's just like in the Mitchell Minor Speed
Yeah.
Challenge that we're doing. One of the guys lost his car into a river, completely submerged the car, and one of the other guys sent him a chassis, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, KB sent
it's
Josh that transmission when he blew his transmission up.
yeah,
So on mine, I did a run. As I'm doing the run, I got a phone call that shut off my video.
You were so
And I have the picture of the GPS because it was impressive, but it's not legit because it wasn't fully filmed.
You're
Well,
doing that.
unfortunate in that same run, I hit a curb, literally destroyed the car
wow.
Boy, boy, you're doing that.
with
It
a
can't be
borrow, and
edited.
I had a borrowed part in the car to make it run from my buddy. So, because I couldn't find gears, I couldn't find to get mine fixed. So I ordered another kit. Well, I made the run, destroyed the car. Well, that's done. So I gave him back his gear, and then I was humming and hawing what to do and everything. And then I'm going to miss at least a good week or more because I have to get this car to arrive.
Yeah.
So he says, "Tell you what, I'll give you a car. You just give me the kit when you get it." So he gave me his Evo, and I owe him the kit when it arrives. And the thing is it just got shipped yesterday, and I ordered it on Saturday. So it helped out great because I wouldn't have been able to make a run without it. And that's just part of the, camaraderie of the hobby.
right.
yeah, there's a lot of really great guys, and that's we open up that chat, like the 2025 speedrun chat, and I poke my head in there every now and then. It's just like it's so good, and that's the essence that we want, right? Like I think that's the thing when we lose so much of in this world, especially when you start going online. There's like a natural instinct for a lot of people to kind of get nasty and mean with each other online. And that's one thing that like the admins that we have in the Facebook group here, like I told them, it's zero tolerance. Like you get one guy being a dick, you're out. Like that's it. Like, and so we do get a lot of positive feedback from people saying we like this group because there isn't a lot of that hate speech, that BS talk. It's like a little trash talk is fun. I mean, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, we gotta
trash
have
talk
that.
is
Like,
good.
yeah, you gotta have trash. Like we're human beings, man. You know what I mean? Like we gotta 99% dudes. We gotta poop on each other a little bit, right? But like as soon as we get one person being a jerk, it's like you're just gone. And that's from the SRC. I kicked 2 guys out already that no one even knows anything about, because it's like you got something to say, it's like you just disappear and you're never heard of again. And we keep it fun, and that's how it's got to be.
Half duck and half man. I know about the trash talk.
Yeah, and Duckman has no brain.
Ah! No,
There you
I
go.
got a brain. It's the size of a pea. Don't say I don't have a brain.
Oh, okay.
See how I get treated around here, poor boy. See,
I don't know how you put up with it, man.
I know.
Tough being
And
a duck.
his family is
Right
growing.
here, river,
Tough
build
being
a
a duck.
bridge and
Yeah.
get over it.
It's crazy. Well, it's 11:26. We're going to start saying our goodbyes. We do stay on after hours, and then some discussion gets very interesting sometime because you get to talk about whatever. So meanwhile, we'll start with Duckman to say his
I'll
goodbyes.
just say bye. Nice meeting you guys, and we'll see you later.
See you later. And I had to put Swampers RC in timeout because he was putting a lot of dots. So
Oh.
even though he's a moderator,
Oh, tried to get the points up.
I guess he was trying to
Yeah,
get the points.
king, right? Trying to be the king.
So I only put him in timeout for 1 minute, so he should be back anytime commenting. But it's all for fun. John Martin.
Thanks for having me, and see everybody on the next one.
Thank you very much. We'll go with Polly GRC.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's been a blast. Phil, it was great to meet you, man. I've been watching your channel for a while now, and you're a man after my own heart for sure, man. Yeah, thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.
Paulie has a lot of Tamaya, but he wish he had more Tamayas, and he found a friend in Poor Boys RC and in Brad because you guys really like Tamaya.
Yeah, I think we all want a Dynastorm re-release sometime too.
Dynastorm, a re-release for the Dynastorm?
Yes, please.
Oh my god. Oh, yes, please. Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crawler Concept. I know you used to sell a lot of different stuff, banners, license plate. Sounds like you're going to come back up with it because your daughter now takes care of all that, and it's summertime. So you are going to restart selling some of those scale items, which is kind of cool.
Yes, so we're gonna try to get a lot of that stuff back and going now that my wife has done her schooling and everything. So that was her focus. So to be continued. It's not dead yet.
And Crawler Concept is way out east, and Poor Boys is way out west, and not in the middle, but close.
12:30 here.
12:30. Wow! Thank you very much for staying here. It's almost 11:30 here, and Poor Boys, I think you're at 8:30.
8:30 here. Yeah, I can stick around a little bit more if you guys want to stick around a wee bit. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, offline.
Thank you, Crawler Concept, for coming here. It was nice seeing you again.
Thank you.
I'm trying to work out a deal with Crawler Concept to give some prizes to some people here on RC Talk, maybe next week or the week after. We'll see. We'll get something done. Poor Boy RC, thank you very much for coming here. Why don't you say your goodbyes?
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys, and for everybody participating in the SRC. Thank you guys so much. It wouldn't be it'd be nothing without you, right? You guys make it what it is. So thanks to all you guys for participating and watching the show and all the support. Appreciate it. Love y'all.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for coming here week after week and to spend some time with us. Really appreciate it. It was cool. And thank you for Logitech. Logitech has sent me a whole bunch of stuff. I work for a company that sells Logitech, and I met up with the girl that does marketing. And I told her I had a YouTube channel. I told her I had... I did these lives and all that, and she told me, what do you have for camera? So I explained to her a couple things how I did it. So she sent me a new 4K camera, so that's the one I'm using there. She sent me another 1080p camera, which is here, which now I have that I can actually, when I do builds and things like that, I got it on an arm. She sent me another one with an arm. She sent me a bunch of stuff, man. She sent me this Yeti microphone that's from Logitech also. And the new stuff that I just received today, which is kind of cool. I never know it existed from Logitech, but it's this thing. It's the Mevo Start from Logitech. This is a camera that streams directly to the web. As long as you're connected to a Wi-Fi spot, it will stream. You don't need a PC. So you put the parameters in there and you stream live to YouTube. Hopefully I can get this set up for Parking Lot Wars. This is what my hope is for this, that I go to the guy that's in the building that we're next to and try to get his Wi-Fi password and connect this. Like that, you guys will be able to stream live. Mind you, I won't be able to answer any questions, but still, you guys you're going to see the Parking Lot Wars live. So doing it on the phone, I can. You can tie it to a phone and actually stream with a phone, but then the bill gets expensive. When you stream for 4 hours straight on 1080p, your bill is going to get expensive. So I'm hoping I'll get this installed and set up from Logitech. So that's the Mevo Start. It's kind of cool. You can do multiple cameras with it. It's interesting. So thank you for Logitech for giving me a bunch of stuff to make it better for you guys. So it's kind of cool. And till then, go charge up some batteries and go out there, break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun. Cheers, guys. There you go. I ended the stream.
You want to dance, Tank?
Yeah, I got a